And I've been working on fixing the sound problem issue for 1 or 2 hours now, and I finally fixed it. So the problem was the previous video. I posted video about fighting Gypceros in Monster Hunter Freedom Unite, and when I finished, I found out the sound of my voice, that my voice through microphone was too low. It's hardly audible at all. So I need to change the gain volume, either turning down the gain volume or increasing the volume of the microphone. And I think it's helpful, so I share how I did it. So here's the, you've seen that the PSP emulator. I'm using this software to playing this old title of Monster Hunter series. And here's the interface. And when you open up, you see this screen, and here you can click Game Setting, and here is the Audio tab, and here it says Activating Audio. So now we have a check in it, and here's the global volume, so volume of this overall setting, and by default it was set to 10, and this was one of the reasons that game sound was too big. My voice was hardly audible. So I tested it on 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and I found the 7 would be the best for talking my voice, and the game sound is very clear. When I set to game sound to 6, the BGM and the fighting sound in the Monster Hunter game itself is a little bit small, and so my voice is very clear to hear. So when I want to focus on talking or explaining something in the video, and maybe I could use the setting of 6, but also I want to hear the game sound to make it fun, so I set it to 7. When I move it to 8, 9, 10, then that will game sound overwhelming. So yeah, that's it. So get back and start the game. And also, this is one way to fix the problem. You can also, this is how I did it, is to lower the game sound to make my voice clear to hear. But you can also go to the Windows setting to increase the volume of the microphone. So you can do it either way. Okay, let's start the game playing now. Right, I also want to mention about how to change the volume or setting of the screen capture using Windows setting. I'm using the Windows integrated screen capture called Game Bar to record game playing video. And I'm not explaining how to use it in this video, but I someday post a video on how to use it. By entering Game Bar in the searching window here, you can go to the setting of YouTube Windows menu, and here it says Game Bar Capture Game Mode. By clicking Capture here, you can change the volume of the recorder. And it says here's the mic volume and the system volume. And I realized that every time I see the video when I finished recording, it's sounds a bit. I could use it more bigger volume. So this setting was set to 50. So I now try to increase it to 80 and see what the difference. And also you can change the frame rate. It's by default it's set to 30 FPS, and it's set recommended. And here's the option 60 FPS. And it says the high quality video capture might affect the gameplay itself because it consumes the computer memory more. But I'm playing video games, the older title, using emulator, so I think it won't be the problem. But just to make sure, I set it to the default recommended setting this time. So now I increase the entire volume of the recorder. So this is how to change the screen capture setting. Okay. Hi. Today I'm playing Monster Hunter Freedom Unite again, and this time I'm going to hunt Gypceros. Gypceros is called Gypceros in original Japanese version, but I refer it Gypceros in this video. And about my equipment, I'm fighting the G class Gypceros this time. So look at the ability, then the faster recovery life plus 2, and the second one is when you're taking the resoul damage. If you have enough life higher than 100, actually, you can manage to survive by 1 point of life. And the third one is the drawing sword. Drawing sword technique is when you attack from this when you first attack by drawing the sword, it's 100% critical hit. And in this title, making it critical hit is the 1.25 times heavier damage. So it's very it's a good combination of the how to say it, long sword, large sword, whatever I'm wearing it now. So here's the Gypceros. It's the jungle, and also the fourth one is the quick sharpening, and the last one is it's weak against fainting. So Gypceros flashes disorienting flash. So if I fall for that, I should be stunned for twice as long as usual. And also it has heavy poison damage. I bring these antidote. And then also they do find. I bring those tracking thing and painful as well. So this weapon is from, I forgot the name, but it's very sharp. The sharpness is important because in the gauge is in purple, and it is 1.5 as much damage to the enemy. So by using that drawing sword technique, the critical hit is creating a heavier damage ever. Let's go. So Gypceros' weak point, it's not Gypceros, Gypceros. Its weak point is the bulbous like tip tail. So aiming for the tail. And be careful about the flash. This guy stole my item. So this is the flash. I need to guard or panic dive to avoid it. Here's a chance. I missed it. Maybe I should bring fire attribute weapon instead. The Gypceros is vulnerable to fire. And now he's in rage mode. And see how quick it eats away your life. And this very toxic poison is only you can see in the G class it's a bubble effect, and see the bubble effect, and it's more deep color in the purple. It's moving rapidly. I have a feeling I'm not making it. So make it stop. And good. Custom is off. So I'm continue this simple strategy, and attacking his tail from behind. And I usually bring the great sword or long sword and the light crossbow to fight against Gypceros. But I read the other day that lance will be best option. It's one of the best options to fight this monster. So there's three different kind of damage in the game by the cutting damage using blade like sword and dual sword, long sword, and there's other thing, the damage from the bullet, so the bow and crossbows. And the third one is the blunt force damage. It's used by hammer. And the lance has a bow, the cut the blade and blunt force damage. So the ones they inflict more damage how to say it. The lance has bow blunt and cutting attribute, and in the damage calculation, the one that they create the heavier damage is selected. So when in Gypceros, his body parts is quite unique, and so one part is vulnerable to blunt damage. It's weak against the cutting damage. Is strong against the blunt force, and like its leg, it's very strong against the cutting damage, but it's weak against blunt damage. So when using a lance, you can maximize the damage wherever it hits Gypceros' body. So it's quite effective. But I'm not well trained using the lance, so I usually bring great sword or light crossbow most of the time. So you may try. The lance will be better option. And there's three damage type: blunt, cut, and ammo. Blunt damage is a damage type that primarily dealt by hammers and hunting horns, but it is also dealt by specific attacks from certain weapons, such as shield bashes of sword and shield, and some others. But hitting by the using the crossbows. In the same way that cut and ammo damage work, damage this type will be subjected to its own multiplier based on the part of the monster that receives it. For example, the heads of most monsters will often receive much more damage than legs or wings. And lance and gun lances deal the either damage type.
the blunt, so lance and a gun lance has both damage type, blunt and cut at the same time, and the calculator chooses the one that deals more damage, depending on the body part that you attack into the monster. So that's what I wanted to say in the video.
Sometimes it's kind of hard to put in words in English, even though I want to say something. I can say that in my native language, but when I try to put it in English, I find it sometimes challenging. But this is a part of my practice. That's good. Here's the chance to attack. So it he looks like dead, but it is not. It's a fake. I'm pretending to be dead to draw in to surprise attack. And this is the most powerful attack for Gypceros of all the. So you need to be very careful when you try to attack it. But it also inflicting great damage. It's like 3 times many. And it's the same as much as when monster is in sleep. So it is sure is a chance to attack. Here's annoying small monsters. No, it's near death. See that Gypceros limb. Let's finish it off. Finish him, finish her. I don't know. And I found something interesting. It is voice changer. And it's not anything to do with the Monster Hunter game, but it's funny to use it. So, and I found a way to use the voice changer to record my voice and change it to record the game playing video. That would be maybe it's funny. So I try it out in the next video or later. Let's see. Drawing sword attack. So 1.5 times damage from the sharpness is purple, and by the critical effect is the 1.25, and 3 times as many because the Gypceros was in sleep. So 1.25 times 1.5 times 2 would be 3 times 1.25. I don't know, it's about 3.75. Anyway, that's a great amount of damage. It only takes about 9 minutes to finish this G-class Gypceros, even I didn't use a fire element weapon. I don't know it's fast or taking long, but I feel it is fast. By the way, look what I found now. It's very rare drop from Feilin. Feilin, I don't know, those cat-like monster. It is called Feilin. I don't know how to pronounce it. But okay, so anyway, that's about Gypceros.
Okay, I've made this for English learners, the vocabularies and expressions training practice that might want to use when you're fighting Gypceros. And this English tutorial video is only my prototype, so now it is very simple, but this is something I want to do, continue doing in the future. Okay, so let's start from the first one. Gypceros and Gypceros and pitfall trap, 落とし穴 weak against fire, 火に弱い、火が弱点 It's like weak against water, weak against thunder, weak against ice. Or you can also say vulnerable, vulnerable to fire. Blunt damage, 打撃 cut damage, 斬撃 ammo damage, 弾ダメージ Okay, let's move on to next page. These are phrases. Comes with fighting Gypceros. Pretend to be dead for surprise attack. 死んだふりをして突然襲いかかる。And that surprise attack is the most powerful attack of Gypceros. Shock trap won't work for Gypceros. しびれ罠はゲリョスには効かない。The pitfall trap is 落とし穴 and しびれ罠 is shock trap in English. Luminous crest at its head. 光る頭のトサカ部分 So, at Gypceros' head, the luminous crest at Gypceros' head struck its luminous crest to produce dizzying flash. 頭の光るトサカを叩いて閃光を放つ This is what Gypceros does all the time. And when you take in the flash without any cover, you get fainted. 気絶している faint 気絶させる fainted 気絶している or you can say disoriented 方向がわからなくなる混乱する So Gypceros produce disorienting flash or the disoriented hunter get disoriented from the dizzying flash. So I hope you enjoyed this video. See you in the next video. Bye.